Now on 4 News Now at 6, it might feel cold now, but it's only going to get colder as we approach the coldest day in years. We have team coverage tonight on how this Arctic air will impact your holiday travel plans.
It's been 5 weeks since 4 U of I students were murdered, and police still have no suspect and limited answers. Why the father of one of the victims is asking people to stop pointing fingers on social media. And a mama moose trapped in the ice. Exclusive video tonight of a daring rescue and what made it so rare. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. Winter is starting with a bang, with temperatures potentially dropping to 10 below zero for the first time since 2011. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Aaron Luna has the night off. So because of this extreme cold, our team of weather experts have declared today and tomorrow weather alert days. We have team coverage tonight on how this Arctic blast affects you and your family. We start with Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with a look at the current weather conditions.
Well, they are shocking. Take a look. 2 at the airport in Spokane. It's already 2 below at Fairchild Air Force Base, 4 below in Cheney. We are in the single digits throughout the entire region. 2 at Hayden and 2 in Coeur d'Alene. Around the region, we find temperatures below zero in Omak. Pullman right now is 9 below. It is 3 in Sandpoint, 2 below in Bonners Ferry, also below zero in Colville and Kalispell. Of course, that is only half the story. Here's a look at our current wind speeds around the region. Really starting to pick up in North Idaho, and those winds will spread through the Columbia Basin, also down the Okanagan. See what that does to our temperatures. It feels like it's 25 below in Omak right now. We have wind chill values of 20 below in Coeur d'Alene, 11 below in Spokane, and it feels like it's 16 below zero in Sandpoint. Tracking the winds this evening and our wind chills as well, we are not going to see temperatures above zero for wind chills for quite some time. Sandpoint 23 below at 8 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, looking at wind chill values in the 20s below zero in Coeur d'Alene, in Pullman, and in Sandpoint. As we get into midnight, 22 below in Coeur d'Alene and feeling like 19 below in Spokane, and it is going to get even colder from there. Again, temperatures as low as 30 below in many locations, and that is why we have this weather alert day for tomorrow for dangerous wind chill values over the entire region. Meteorologist Matt Gray picks up our team coverage. Matt?
All right, thank you, Chris. And the reason why these wind chill values are so dangerous and why we're putting so much emphasis on it is, well, just because they're so extreme, but all of that wind can actually cause some real physical effects if you are not fully prepared for it. So here you go. This is frostbite times for how cold it is at an air temperature of about 5 below, which is going to be fairly common here as we go through the next few hours around the inland northwest. So as you get into that minus 20 wind chill range, your frostbite time, only about 30 minutes of exposure, and you'll start getting frostbite. And get down to 10 minutes of exposure in those minus 30 wind chills, which you're going to see a few of tonight, and that frostbite time goes down to about 10 minutes. Now that is, of course, if you are exposed and you do not dress properly. So it is the big gloves. It is about covering as much skin as you can as possible. If you do have to go outside, it is probably just best not to otherwise, considering these extreme wind chill values we're expecting in the morning. Look at Deer Park with the wind chill value approaching 37 below zero, feels like. Same for Fairchild Air Force Base in Cheney, feeling like 30 below. It's just not much better around really all of the metro. And there's some other places that are going to get in town to that 30 below feels like temperature range. Sandpoint, you go around the lake to Hope, Idaho, 20 below will feel like in Colville, feel like 24 below around Pend Oreille County. Same for Ferry County as well in Republic and Omak and Tenaska, but that wind still coming down from Canada, bringing in that Arctic air. So it is going to be a dangerously cold morning. If you can stay inside until we get to lunchtime or maybe even later, that is probably the best idea. Kirsten?
Matt, thank you. And the extreme weather is leading to dangerous driving conditions across the inland Northwest. Take a look at your screen. You're looking at Highway 172 on the Waterville Plateau. From this view, you can hardly even see the road. Washington State Patrol troopers say that 6 people had to be rescued because of their cars trapped in that snow. As of right now, that part of the highway remains closed. As for the passes, traction tires are advised for Snoqualmie Pass. On Stevens Pass, chains are required on all vehicles except those with all-wheel drive. And watch out for slick roads on Lookout Pass as well. No matter where you're driving during this busy holiday travel time, you're going to want to take it slow. Roads are going to continue to be slick. Take a look at tomorrow. The Idaho passes are supposed to be clear, but that won't be the case if you're traveling west. Friday and Saturday also do not look good for traveling over the passes. It's great to have this 4 News Now weather app with you at all times during this winter weather. Turn on push notifications to get important weather alerts sent straight to your phone. New numbers show that an estimated 198 people currently live at Spokane's largest homeless encampment. That's according to WashDOT. That's a fraction of the amount of the more than 600 people that used to call Camp Hope home back in July. They also released these images that show how the camp has shrunk over the last few weeks. WashDOT also says last week crews removed nearly 37,000 pounds of trash and debris from the camp. And while the numbers at Camp Hope are on the decline, the homeless population in Washington grew 10% in the last 2 years. That's according to new data from the Department of Housing and Urban Development. The Northwest administrator telling KOMO News that each individual or family living unsheltered in our region's harsh elements is one too many. A goal of the Biden administration is to stop and reverse the rising trend of homelessness. The president hopes to reduce it by 25% by the year 2025. Last week, Washington Governor Jay Inslee proposed that the state's spending during the next 2 years should prioritize housing, including an effort to quickly build thousands of units that would require the okay from Washington voters.
Going into the holidays, we want to take time away. We just want to relax, and knowing that those officers are there and they're the best of the best, it's definitely comforting.
That is Steve Gonsalves, the father of Kaylee Gonsalves, who spoke with media today 5 weeks after his daughter was brutally murdered. Speaking about the investigation and how his family is managing during this time and the holidays. More than 5 weeks into that investigation, there's still limited answers for these families and the community of Moscow. KXLY's Jordan Smith joins us in the studio now with the latest on the investigation and more from the victims' families.
Well, Kirsten, 16,000 tips, over 250 interviews, and still no murder weapon, no suspects, and no closure for these victims' families as the holidays approach.
We're struggling.
The past 5 weeks have been excruciating for Steve Gonsalves and his family.
But we have a lot of people around us that are there for us and helping us and giving us some support. We'll make it through. We have to.
Along with those of Ethan, Maddie, and Xana, all of whom preparing for their first winter holidays since their children were murdered back in November. Though Steve remains optimistic that police will find the person responsible.
Yes, I have to.
Saying he's committed to working alongside police as they paint a clearer picture of what happened that night.
I'm trying to do everything in my power to help them, and we're trying to collaborate with them.
We have a much clearer picture of what occurred that night.
Aaron Snell with Idaho State Police remains confident as a massive team of investigators is poised to work through the holidays and into the new year, still searching for the owners of a 2011 to 2013 white Hyundai Elantra.
Anybody that might know the location of that Hyundai that was used that evening, we think the occupants of that vehicle have important information to provide to us.
The search to track down that car has no limits. Police investigating an Elantra that was involved in a car crash in Eugene, Oregon, though they quickly ruled out any association to this case.
We have talked with the police department down there as well. We've talked with the owner, and we can pretty safely say that that vehicle and that person is not associated with our crimes.
Gonsalves indicated that many Elantra owners are submitting their car's information to law enforcement during this investigation, though Aaron Snell did not confirm that.
And Aaron Snell says if you have any information about the car's whereabouts or any other tips in this case, send an email to the address on your screen, or you can call the investigations tip line at 208-883-7180. Kirsten?
Jordan, thank you. College football season is almost over, but for many, the 2023 season has already begun. Coming up, our sports team will break down which players have committed to play in the Inland Northwest. Still ahead.
It's a Christmas miracle at our house.
A mama moose reunited with her calf after almost drowning in this frozen lake. We'll show you how a group of people came to rescue the moose. It's a story you will only see right here on 4 News Now, coming up after the break.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Save your greed!
Home. It's both a place and a feeling. At yours, you strive to make new memories, create traditions, share stories, find the fun, embrace the surprises, and celebrate moments big and small. Memories are made at home, in every room, in every moment. Make your house feel like home at the Tin Roof.
Sub-zero temperatures are expected now through the upcoming holiday season, and we want to help you be prepared. Keep your thermostat set at 70 degrees. Let faucets in your home drip. Cover hose bibs. Keep garage doors closed. Have space heaters on hand. And remember, Bill's Heating and Air will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, should you have issues at all. Happy holidays from your Bill's Heating and Air family.
The holidays are for making memories, and you can count on Honda to help you make them. Whether it's in a capable Ridgeline, adventurous CR-V, a rugged Passport, or a dynamic Pilot, start making memories of your own with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Celebrate 25 years of magical memories at Coeur d'Alene's Holiday Light Show. Make your holiday bright with a stay at your favorite hotel on the lake.
Next ET.
I'm not alone. Get it.
Brad, Kate, Brendan, your holiday movie guide packed with star power.
Daniel is pure comedy.
Yeah, he's really funny.
I am mortified.
Plus,
the most challenging part of portraying Whitney Houston is portraying Whitney Houston.
Behind the scenes of the Whitney Houston biopic. Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
Getting really concerned that he's not going to make it.
That homeowner in Elk caught this crisis on camera. A moose stuck in icy water, using all her strength just to stay afloat. Rescuing an animal in these treacherous conditions is dangerous. The Department of Fish and Wildlife says they will not attempt a rescue if it's unsafe for their officers. Safety, teamwork, and some Christmas magic all came together to help this moose in need. Esther Bauer has the exclusive video from the couple who watched it all unfold.
The Gilberts love all the wildlife they see here at home, but were shocked when they saw a moose fighting for its life in this frozen water.
It was tense.
The tension mounted by the minute. This moose was trying her hardest to stay afloat as its baby calf watched helplessly from the shore.
It was so hard. It was just prayerful all the time.
That's all Paula and Bill could do from their deck as they called for help and prayed for a miracle.
We typically don't do a lot of rescuing animals out of the ice because it's too risky for human safety.
The conditions came together. It was safe enough for officers to try as firefighters watched nearby to make sure no one fell in. It took over 5 hours, numerous lassos, and all the strength they had to pull this moose to shore. It recovered in Officer Erickson's arms for a bit and was back on her feet soon after.
It's a Christmas miracle at our house.
The Gilberts aren't taking this rescue for granted, and we shouldn't either. Don't ever try to help an animal on your own in a situation like this. This rescue could have had a different ending if safety wasn't the driving force. And officers tell me this story is rare. During the winter, a lot of animals do unfortunately fall in icy water and don't make it out alive. This mama moose did, thanks to a team effort that ended in a Christmas blessing for everyone involved. Reporting in Elk, Esther Bauer, 4 News Now.
So sweet. What a great story. Thanks, Esther. Well, we are still more than 200 days away from the 2023 college football season, but for some schools, the journey to a championship started today. It's National Signing Day across the country, and there were a number of players who signed with Washington State, Eastern Washington, and Idaho. Our sports team was making the rounds at the schools in our area, and they join us live in studio now. So, Julian, Alex, what was the biggest takeaway?
Well, Kirsten, National Signing Day gives us the first look at these new classes of student athletes, specifically in our area. Washington State, fresh off a loss in the LA Bowl, Cougars head coach Jake Dickert said the bowl game cut into his recruiting time. But Alex, you spoke with Dickert this afternoon. It doesn't seem like the bowl schedule impacted guys wanting to come to WSU.
That's right. Immediately after the bowl game, we were wondering, how is this roster going to look? They were just absolutely depleted by transfer guys, injuries, graduations. So how would they look this week? Well, answer is pretty good. 22 players signing today. They have 6 JUCO/transfer players, the rest coming from high school. This is just a new number of guys that really sort of pinpoint where I think are going to be targets to look for. One of the things that do stand out, the offensive line. They went and they signed 5 offensive linemen. If you look at that, not a single player less than 6'5". They went and they got some big boys there, shore up the line. That's where the trenches are. That's where you win and lose games. So Dickert really making an emphasis to go get there, really shoring up the defensive backs as well. We know that they're going to be maybe depleted in that department next year. So getting some guys, also some JUCO guys. 9 players also are going to be reporting in January. So that's going to be big if they are going to be playing come September of 2023.
Look at the sizes, right? 6'7", 300 pounds, all 4 of them 6'5" plus. We want length and size and growth potential. And I've said this many times, we put them in the slow cooker, right? We don't put them in the microwave, right? We need these guys to take time to develop, and you're going to see last year's class now be names this spring. And these guys will be names as we go forward, but
big guys, especially for the offensive line that struggled at times this season. Now, switching gears over to Idaho, they became the darlings across FCS football under first-year head coach Jason Eck. The Vandals made their first FCS playoff appearance since 1995. They also have Jerry Rice Award winner Giovanni McCoy at quarterback. The big question is, Alex, can this program build off of the success from last year?
Yeah, Jason Eck and Jake Dickert, really similarities there, both in their first full seasons as head coaches up on the Palouse. But Idaho, 26 signees today, and a lot of those guys just filling different needs throughout the area. And Jason Eck did say today that this class size is fairly large. It's much bigger than last year's, probably going to be bigger than next year's, but they're just shoring up places where they need it. They had FCS All-American and Hayden Hatton. He's going to be leaving. Definitely going to be replacing that. You don't necessarily need quarterback because that's shored up for the next 3 or 4 years with Giovanni McCoy, but they're really just building depth and making sure that they want to continue to be in the playoffs for years to come.
You always have to adjust to who your players are, but I think more than anything in this year we tried to get guys who fit in, had a spot they were going to fit into, and what we did. I think that's more of, you get a more refined idea of what guys can do once they're actually here and you're practicing with them. But, as we looked at this class, we weren't getting too out of the box of trying to create new roles or anything.
Now, another FCS team in need of some players is Eastern Washington. The program held its National Signing Day at Northern Quest Casino, and the Eagles are coming off a down season going 3-8, but based off this year's class, you wouldn't know it. The Eagles signed a total of 19 players, including 7 from the state of Washington. Longtime quarterback Gunnar Talkington is graduating, so as a result, Eastern Washington brings in 4 quarterbacks, 2 high school and 2 junior college student athletes. Eastern also has backup quarterback Kekoa Vesperis returning next season. Eagles head coach coach Aaron Bess says he wants their next starting quarterback to impact the game by passing and running.
You ask any defensive coach, and the hardest thing to defend is not 4 wide, it's run game with a quarterback being part of the run game. So we got to weigh a little bit of that based on the ability of Gunner, based on the health of Gunner throughout the course of the season. But we've got to get back into that niche, and having more quarterbacks be able to do that, more competitive juices. They got to be able to be All-American. They got to be able to factor into the run game, and they also got to make every throw that we ask them to make, which is a lot of them.
Flashy quarterback class for that flashy red suit that Coach Best had on today. Now, one of the quarterback signees is that guy, Michael Wortham, out of Sierra College. Wortham was a NorCal MVP and earned All-American honors last season. So we'll keep a monitor on this class moving forward for WSU. Yep. Eastern Washington and Idaho will have more on night side. But for now, that'll wrap us up for sports.
Thanks, Julian and Alex. Good stuff. 4 things to know about your weather. Wind chill warning through tomorrow afternoon for sub-zero temperatures, but wind chill values 30 below and lower. 2 to 4 inches of snow possible on the way for Friday, and then it gets warmer by Christmas, but that comes along with its own hazards. I'll be back with your forecast.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now is brought to you by All Lines Insurance at alllinesinsurer.com.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do with friends and family. Visit your local Chevy dealer, and when you find your red tag, you find your deal. Then make the most of your time with the people who matter most. Find new moments, find new roads. Find your red tag and get $2,500 total cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Every holiday season, Marine Corps Reserve Toys for Tots collects thousands of toys for less fortunate children during the Christmas holidays.
We're thankful for all our donations and all our wonderful volunteers who bring joy to children during our 75th anniversary of Toys for Tots.
Numerica Credit Union is honored to partner with organizations like Toys for Tots as they work to enhance lives, fulfill dreams, and build communities.
Check out more organizations that make our community stronger at numericacu.com.
Hello, I'm Lloyd Herman. If you need legal assistance due to an accident or an injury, put my 40 years of experience of dealing with the insurance companies to work for you. You'll have an appointment to speak to me within 48 hours. Lloyd Herman & Associates, 922-6600.
Now it's official. Xfinity has the fastest internet and the fastest mobile service. That's right, Xfinity just increased internet speeds again. And Xfinity Mobile gives you can't-catch-me speeds. Plus, save hundreds on internet for your first 2 years when you add mobile. The fastest internet, the fastest mobile service, and major savings? Can't argue with the facts. Get gig speed internet for $50 a month for 2 full years when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data. Plus, get $200 back. Switch today.
It is 2 degrees right now in Coeur d'Alene and in Spokane. Skies are clear, a breeze making it feel even colder. That breeze might also keep the temperature from dropping as low as it would on a cold night. Here's our wind chill values around the region. Feels like it's 20 below in Hayden, 13 below in Post Falls, 17 below at Fairchild Air Force Base right now with the wind chill. Meanwhile, our high temperatures today were only in the single digits in many locations. Did make it to 12 at Hayden, 13 in Spokane Valley, 10 at 9 Mile, and 11 degrees in Deer Park. It's not going to be as warm tomorrow. Wind chill warning is in effect until noon tomorrow. Dangerously cold wind chills. Really want to emphasize that if you are doing any traveling boy, if you run into any car problems or heaven forbid you're in an accident, make sure you have enough blankets and warm clothes, hand warmers, emergency equipment, so that if you are disabled on the side of the road, you will be able to stay warm. Wind chill values 35 below, and in some locations even colder. Clear skies tonight, 11, our overnight low. Tomorrow's high, only 3 degrees. Sunshine to start the day. It'll be pretty to start, and then the clouds will be increasing throughout the day. And that's some snow on the way for a busy day on Friday. I'm going to start off the forecast radar 24 hours from now, Thursday at 6 o'clock. Dry conditions, but the clouds are moving in, and here's the snow by 1 a.m. And that snow is going to continue at a pretty good pace through Friday morning at 9 a.m. Then it becomes more showery, but we're looking initial estimates in the 2 to 4 inch range around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, with heavy snow over the mountain passes. And then there is the possibility that we'll start to see some freezing rain mixing in with the snow as we get into late Friday and Saturday. That could be especially dangerous for travel over Snoqualmie Pass, potentially just staying all as snow over Lookout Pass. Overnight lows tonight around the region will be in the double digits below zero. 7 in Liberty Lake, 7 in Post Falls. The exceptions, not very good exceptions. Lows tonight, 26 below in Winthrop. Even Lewiston, typically the warmest spot on the map, 2 below for a low. High temperatures tomorrow will be in the single digits in many locations. Winthrop staying below zero tomorrow for a high. 3 in Spokane, 1 in Sandpoint, only 0 in Bonners Ferry. A busy planning forecast. Tomorrow, a weather alert day because of the extreme cold and the dangers that come along with that. Snow on Friday, a wintry mix potentially on Christmas Eve, including some freezing rain. On Christmas Day, just a slight chance of a wintry mix of precipitation. Mostly it's going to be dry, and then warmer, wetter weather ahead next week, including a chance, very good chance of rain Monday and Tuesday. I'll be back in the next half hour with some Wildlife Wednesday photos. Kirsten?
Thank you, Chris. Brutal Arctic air is making it harder on our local elderly community. What services one organization is providing to help get them through the cold? Coming up. Plus,
winter is one of the busiest times of years for plumbers when it comes to pipes freezing. Coming up, I'll share some tips to save your pipes later on.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
If you've been looking for a new vehicle in the current market, you may be hearing things like extra charges, added accessories, or second sticker.
Not at Coeur d'Alene Honda. We make it easy.
We'll keep you posted till your new Honda arrives, give you a fair value for your trade, and give you a lifetime warranty at no additional cost to you.
Well, that was easy. Come meet the team and purchase your next vehicle at Coeur d'Alene Honda.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
Call today for our available inventory and check out our website at cdahonda.com.
What is a jewelry design center? Locally owned and the largest jewelry store in the region, offering you more choices, more options. A showroom filled with world-famous brands and designers. A center who also creates exclusive designs and one-of-a-kind pieces. Whose specialized selection process ensures the brightest diamonds and most vivid gems. We are not your average jewelry store. We are Jewelry Design Center, and we want to be your jeweler for life.
At Northern Quest, 'tis the season to celebrate however you want. With steaks at Maslow's, holiday cocktails and festive nights at Highball, holiday gift cards, unique shopping at Windfall, free family fun at Questmas Village, and our larger-than-life gingerbread house. And after all that, join us to ring in 2023 at the hottest New Year's party in town. Get all the holiday details at northernquest.com.
Are you okay? Someone help! Hello?
Without 340B, hospitals and clinics could close. Tell your member of Congress to keep 340B working for our community.
Exactly how bad is our housing shortage? Washington State Commerce Department research puts Washington State dead last, 50th out of all 50 states in available housing supply. The housing shortage means higher prices for renters and home buyers. The solution is more housing. Our representatives in Olympia can fix this problem by passing laws that allow for more housing to be built. Join our Welcome Home Coalition. We can act to welcome more families home.
4 News Now is brought to you by Findlay Downtown Toyota.
1, 2, 3, go! Somebody pull. Okay. Good job, guys. Good job.
Police officers in Watsonville, California are thanking everyone who helped lift this car to save a man's life. It all started when police tried to pull over the driver in the stolen Honda on your screen. They say as they approached the car, the suspect jumped out of the moving car, and then the car hit the 65-year-old man, pinning him underneath. The man was taken to the hospital. He is expected to make a full recovery. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky addressed Congress just over an hour ago, thanking the U.S. for its support in their war against Russia, while continuing to ask for help with weapons and financial assistance. President Zelensky reminded lawmakers that he has never asked for U.S. troops on the ground, which American leaders have long resisted. And with America's support, Ukraine will continue to push back Russian forces.
Our two nations are allies in this battle. And next year will be a turning point. I know it, the point when Ukrainian courage and American resolve must guarantee the future of our common freedom, the freedom of people who stand for their values.
The speech comes as lawmakers continue billions in additional aid as part of a larger government spending bill. That package includes Patriot missiles, which can intercept cruise missile and aircraft attacks. Republicans are set to take over the House of Representatives in January, and that could threaten future spending on the war. Travel during the holidays can be stressful. We have tips to make your trips a little bit easier coming up in just a few minutes. Plus,
this extreme cold is making it harder on the local elderly community. Coming up, we explore some of the services that are available and the ways you can get involved to help your neighbor.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
It's beginning to look a lot like savings during the holiday sale at Furniture Row. Stop in today because everything is on sale, plus 4 years no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. Happy holidays from Furniture Row.
Frozen water pipes are a serious risk during cold winter weather. When water freezes in a pipe, it can be a disaster for your home and your wallet. If you're not properly prepared, don't wait until it's too late. At Mainstream, we know exactly what it takes to keep your family safe during the cold season. So call or visit us online today.
Here we grow again. Even more fun is headed to Spokane Tribe Casino. You love Caesar Sportsbook, the Grill and Bar, and larger variety of games we recently added. Gear up for a new food court, a completely smoke-free gaming area, a state-of-the-art entertainment venue, and more. Things just keep getting better. You're in for guaranteed Holly Jolly wins of free slot play, gift cards, or up to $1,000 cash. Play the Santa's Workshop kiosk game this December at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
She's the American teacher detained in Russia for almost a year, released the same day as Brittany Griner, and now her first emotional network TV interview.
You said you were angry. Who are you angry at?
Tomorrow, only on ABC's Good Morning America.
Parents and grandparents hear it time and time again. Enjoy every minute because it goes by so quickly. With their first steps, they start imagining, exploring, and dreaming of what's next. You can help put those dreams in motion by saving for college with Washington's 529 College Investment Plan. Building their Dream Ahead account now can help them be ready for wherever their dreams take them. Give your student the gift of education today at wastate529.wa.gov.
It's beginning to look a lot like savings during the holiday sale at Furniture Row. Stop in today because everything is on sale, plus 4 years no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. Happy holidays from Furniture Row.
Christmas Miracle.
It was
Unbelievable.
Next Inside Edition, left on a doorstep as a baby.
I didn't know anything about my past.
That was 90 years ago. All he wanted for Christmas was to find his long-lost family.
Merry Christmas!
How his dream came true. Then the Lion Diet. All meat, all the time. Can it really cure all that ails you? Next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7. Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Let's take a live look over an extremely cold night in downtown Spokane, and it is only going to get colder. I was referencing today that the snow is starting to appear blue. I think the snow is cold. We have temperatures dropping again below zero, and because of that cold, our team of weather experts have declared tomorrow another weather alert day. We have Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker here and Meteorologist Matt Gray for team coverage, and this is 3 weather alert days in a row.
3 days in a row, and they've basically all been worth it. We're still dealing with the effects of the snow, and because it's been so cold, it is still slipping and sliding out there. And now, Chris, it's even colder than ever before.
Yes, it's going to get colder, and then we bring back the snow. It is a weather alert day, however, tomorrow because of the dangerous wind chill across the entire inland Northwest. We are looking at wind chill values 30 below zero and even colder in some locations. Now, this evening, we'll be dropping below zero. These are just temperatures. This does not include the wind chill. With clear skies by 11 o'clock tonight, 7 below zero on our way to an overnight low of 11 below. These are the wind chill values currently: 17 below in Lookout Pass, 20 below at Coeur d'Alene. It feels like it's 25 below in Omak and 15 below in Moses Lake. And these temperatures readings will continue to drop tonight. We have that wind chill warning until noon tomorrow for dangerous cold wind chills, readings of up to 35 degrees below zero Fahrenheit. Meanwhile, your Thursday planner starting the day off at 11 with clear skies. Our high temperature tomorrow, only 3 degrees. We are going to stay in the single digits. Now, the clouds will be increasing throughout the day, and that is the next round of snow approaching as we get into Thursday night and Friday. And that's where meteorologist Matt Gray picks up our team coverage, talking about some travel concerns this Christmas holiday.
That is right, Chris. And yeah, if you've got some travel plans, you need to listen up, especially over the next couple of days. If you are perhaps traveling west towards the coast. Here's kind of our matrix here for the holiday travel. And Friday, not looking good. Saturday, not looking good either. And that's because some stormy weather's on the way. And really, even by Thursday night, the passes heading over to the other side of Washington State are going to become a big issue. So the good travel windows starting to become really hard to find here late in the week. We have another storm coming in, and it is a very warm one, and so we're going to start to see snow over on the west side begin to turn to ice, freezing rain as we get into Thursday evening. It's going to be snow on our side of the mountains, and so we will end up with more snow on top of the already slushy and icy roads around the inland Northwest. And we'll see the chance for some freezing rain Friday night into Saturday as well, so it could be a slippery Christmas Eve around many areas. Freezing rain, it's a strong possibility with this system, and that's because that Arctic air, it's very heavy. It sticks down to the ground, and so that warmer air from that storm is going to rise right up above it. If it gets thick enough, we end up with rain that freezes on contact, especially because it is so darn cold across the Northwest right now. And there are some really big accumulations popping up here in the computer models, especially in the Portland area. Seattle could see that as well. So we're not just talking about travel issues. We're also talking about potentially power issues on the west side. We're talking about maybe issues at airports as well. So this could end up affecting a lot of things. And it's something you need to be watching very closely if you do have travel plans. The I-84 corridor up to the Tri-Cities as well as we head into Friday. It looks like it is not going to be fun at all. So if you are still making travel plans, take it really, really slow, really careful. We'll keep you updated here on KXLY.
Matt, thank you. I think it's fair to call them frigid temperatures, and they can certainly wreck your plumbing. Quick drops in temperature can cause your pipes to freeze and even burst. Local plumbing companies are already getting calls about people's pipes. Tonight at 6:30, Bronte Saratsky shows us what to look for to keep that from happening at your home.
The Spokane region is expecting sub-zero temperatures overnight. With these lows, it's more important now than ever to keep track of any problems with your pipes before it's too late.
Yeah, once it's done, it's done. Yeah, once it hits that 32 degrees, it's going to freeze.
Temperatures are already far below where they need to be to cause mayhem on your plumbing.
We have had some freeze calls come in where a portion of the house or the whole house doesn't have running water, so they're calling for service.
Gold Star Plumbing is already dealing with customers who are without water because their pipes froze, and they anticipate that it'll get worse.
Expect negative temperatures overnight, and then they're saying wind chill as well. We've just had some pipes freeze. I haven't heard of any breaking yet.
And to avoid that happening in the first place, look out for things in your home like water leaks, or if water just stops running completely.
You won't have a slow loss of water volume or water pressure to the house. It's just going to freeze, and then you'll have no water to a fixture. It could be one fixture, it could be a bathroom set, it could be the whole house. And when that happens, that's going to be where you're going to need to call a plumber to come thaw it out.
Stanley says they have staff ready to go, anticipating an influx of customers who may experience pipe problems. And if you do try and defrost your pipes yourself, a hairdryer works great, but make sure that you're aware of any fire risks that can come with it. Reporting in Spokane, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
Well, freezing temperatures are now taking a heavy toll on many local seniors. They are getting help not only with meals, but also major heat sources throughout a local organization, and that is Meals on Wheels. Peter Choi explores some of the services that are available for seniors and how you can get involved to help them stay warm.
Too often, our elderly neighbors who live alone are an afterthought, which could be dangerous for them in extreme cold like this. And one local organization is making sure seniors are taken care of, providing meals, blankets, and space heaters to help them stay warm and comfortable this winter.
This time of year is always an important time, for our seniors.
A local Meals on Wheels executive director says for many seniors are in need, especially in dangerous and brutal cold like this.
We really try to use our volunteers as a chance, a safety and welfare check, check up on the seniors, see what they need, if that's a blanket, if that's a space heater, do everything we can to make them comfortable and make sure that they're warm during this cold weather.
Just to make sure senior safety is a priority.
A lot of our seniors, they might have family, but family doesn't live in this region, so even their children and grandchildren really rely on us to go and knock on that door and make sure they're okay.
And it's more than just a meal delivery.
I feel sorry for them having to be out here in the snow.
For this elderly community, it's the joy that volunteers are delivering.
I'm grateful for these volunteers, or I don't know if you get paid for it or not, but all I know is that I am very grateful that they're out there to help.
The organization says they're making thousands of meals each day, and yet they need more help to meet the needs of the elder community.
Taking donations of new space heaters, those have to be new in the box for safety reasons. So really just anything that you think might help keep seniors warm, hats, gloves, blankets.
They're always looking for more volunteers like Scott Paulus.
Wonderful people. I look forward to seeing, so it's nice you can get a hold of them. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there that don't seem to have a lot of family.
The public is asked to drop donations off at their offices anytime. To be one of the volunteers, they can contact them first. In Spokane, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
Breaking news tonight. A man who's been banned from Camp Hope is now facing charges after Spokane Valley deputies say they busted him with over 900 suspected fentanyl pills. Deputies say on December 9th, they tracked down a car suspected to be involved in a store burglary in October. They say they boxed it in near Camp Hope on Pacific and Green. Deputies say 4 people were in that car. Gavin Barrett was armed with a loaded gun and had 23 grams of meth in his pockets. Detectives say after getting a search warrant, they later found over 900 fentanyl pills, more guns, and several stolen items. Deputies say all 4 of the people in the car were trespassed by staff at Camp Hope. And they say Garrett used to live at the camp, but is now behind bars on several charges. The 3 other passengers were let go. Christmas is just a few days away now, and if you haven't started your holiday shopping, we have a few last-minute gift ideas that you can get without getting off the couch. Stay right here. We'll be right back.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Culligan Water.
Try getting deals this big down the chimney during the holiday sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, purchase any Tempur-Pedic and get a free $300 gift. Or check out the budget-friendly Summit Firm. Easy on the wallet for only $279.99. Shop our Doctor's Choice Original lineup starting at only $664.99. And score 2 Doctor's Choice pillows for just $69.99. Plus 4 years no interest and free shipping right to your door. 'Tis the season to settle in for silent nights. Happy holidays from Denver Mattress.
People are stressed about money, and having a financial plan is the first step to kind of lifting that weight off your shoulders. Financial education is my way of giving back to the community by being able to help members in branch and getting the opportunity to go out into schools and teach kids about how to put themselves in a better position financially. There are many different ways that New America gives back to the community. Financial education is one of them.
Now it's official. Xfinity has the fastest internet and the fastest mobile service. That's right, Xfinity just increased internet speeds again. And Xfinity Mobile gives you can't catch me speeds. Plus, save hundreds on internet for your first 2 years when you add mobile. The fastest internet, the fastest mobile service, and major savings? Can't argue with the facts. Get gig speed internet for $50 a month for 2 full years when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data. Plus, get $200 back. Switch today.
Save on front load and top load laundry sets at Fred's year-end inventory reduction sale.
This family-size laundry set can handle anything in your laundry basket, and they're on sale for only $8.99 each.
Save an additional 10% with package savings.
This high-capacity laundry set has steam and can wash an entire load in under 30 minutes. Only $8.99 each for this top-rated LG washer and dryer is a great buy.
Fred's year-end inventory reduction sale is on now. Don't miss it.
Are you ready to take the plunge with us on New Year's Eve? Be here at Coeur d'Alene Casino on Saturday, December 31st from 10 p.m. to midnight for our $75,000 Penguin Plunge New Year's Eve giveaway. You could be one of 40 winners to start 2023 with prizes between $1,200 and $5,000 cash. Plus, dance your way into the new year with our free live music in the Nighthawk Lounge. Penguin big this New Year's Eve, only at Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Take a quick break from the cold for some Wildlife Wednesday photos. I don't know who's braver, the wildlife out in the cold or the photographers braving the winter conditions. I love this picture from Mark Vogt, but his description is even better of this big old buck. He says it looks like he's trying to catch snowflakes on his tongue. And I agree. Wonderful photo, Mark. I just love it. Beautiful, just love flickers. I just think they're such cool birds. And Dora Z. Davis captured this photo of a male red-shafted flicker. His female friend was around too, both enjoying the suet feeder at Dora's house. And from Cindy Murphy at Spirit Lake. I mean, you know how big a bull moose is. They are huge. And look, you can just see how deep the snow is, almost up to the thighs there at Spirit Lake. So thank you very much, Cindy. It's been a good day for wildlife with the moose rescue that we heard about earlier from Esther. Wind chill warning is in effect for the humans, however, sub-zero temperatures, but then wind chill readings 30 below and even colder. Then we have snow on the way for Friday. Right now, it looks like we'll be in the 2 to 4 inch range in many of the valley locations with some heavy snow over the passes. As Matt told you earlier, of particular concern, Snoqualmie Pass for the potential of heavy snow and freezing rain. We will be warmer by Christmas, but that warm air overriding the cold air trapped at the surface creates its own problems. Checking in with our temperatures around the region, we are below zero already at Fairchild Air Force Base and in Cheney. It's 2 in Coeur d'Alene and in Spokane, 1 below in Omak. We're below zero in Pullman right now. It is 9 below right now, only 13 in Lewiston. Here's our forecast radar starting off Thursday night. By Friday at 1 a.m., light snow falling across the entire region. That's going to pick up in intensity Friday morning. Good thing a lot of folks have the day off on Friday. Here's 9 o'clock in the morning. Bad news is a lot of people are going to be traveling, and it's going to be a tricky travel day with at least a chance of snow throughout the day. Here's Friday at 6 and starting to see some pink showing up on the radar. That's that warm air overriding and creating potentially freezing rain because it's not going to be warm enough at the surface for that rain-snow mix. Your planning forecast, we have some precipitation on the way for Thursday as well as Christmas Eve. Right now, Christmas looks mostly dry in the valleys, just a slight chance of rain or snow, and then warmer, wetter, sloppy weather next week. Make sure your windshield wiper fluid is topped off before we get done with the holiday weekend. Kirsten?
I just did that, Chris.
Oh, good.
Thanks to your recommendation. Thank you. Holiday travel is projected to be the biggest it's been in about 3 years, with AAA predicting numbers just shy of pre-pandemic levels. That's a lot of people on the roads, at airports, and a whole lot of stress. New tonight at 6:30, our Robin Nance has tips on how to make your trip a little bit easier.
Busy roads, packed airports, and a lot of stressed holiday travelers.
2022 will be the highest since 2018 and 2019, but not quite as high.
With AAA projecting nearly 113 million people will travel 50 miles or more from December 23rd to January 2nd. Here's some advice from travel experts to make your trip smoother and avoid the most chaos. If you're flying, expect larger crowds. AAA says air travel will see a 14% increase over last year. The first tip, avoid checking a bag. Try only bringing a carry-on.
If your flight gets canceled or you miss a connection, it's far easier to get put on a new plane and be nimble if you don't have a checked bag that they have to go find.
Tip number 2, if you have to check a bag, here are some tips to avoid losing it. A lot of airlines allow you to track your checked luggage on their app. But here's another idea. Tip number 3, take a tracker like this Apple AirTag and drop it in your bag to track its journey.
It's one of the better tips, especially considering the number of flight disruptions and the number of mishandled bags.
And tip number 4, if you are hitting the road, AAA recommends avoiding these most congested days, Friday before Christmas and coming home on December 27th and 28th.
Since both holidays, both Christmas and New Year's, fall on a weekend this year, then the Friday before the weekend will be a very busy travel day.
And 5, when it comes to saving on gas, Gas Buddy says a little bit of planning goes a long way.
Shop around. They could be leaving low gas prices behind, or the low gas prices could be on the road in front of them.
I'm Robin Nance, 4 News Now.
And here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXOY.com to nominate it. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do with friends and family. Visit your local Chevy dealer, and when you find your red tag, you find your deal. Then make the most of your time with the people who matter most. Find new moments, find new roads. Find your red tag and get $2,500 total cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Spokane's hottest music.
Break me for so done with you, girl. I've been popping, man, I feel just like a rock star.
Hot 96.9.
'Tis the season to get great gifts you can enjoy all year long from the pros at Snow's Auto, like remote car starts, $40 off. New tonneau covers for the truck, 20% off. WeatherTech floor mats marked down. Or crank up the sound with a brand new head unit and get a free set of coax speakers or a Cerwin Vega bass package for $299. It's time to buy the best gifts everyone wants this week at Snow's.
Name?
Special Agent Will Trent. I rescued a dog. I'm just dropping her off.
Just dropping her?
Like a sack of old clothes.
What are you doing here? Murdered teenage girl. I just need you to read the crime scene. I told him I'd bring my best. Yes, ma'am.
Something happening here.
Something's not right.
But what it is ain't exactly clear.
Somebody was carried out of the house.
Without an Amber Alert. There's a kidnapping.
Always with the three-piece suit, like every day's your wedding day.
On my funeral.
Why Will Trent, of all people?
He's good police, and he's subjectively hot.
Plus, I have a good memory.
You may be in more trouble than you think.
Put down the gun. Get in there!
I gotta find this kid.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
New tonight at 6:30, people all over the inland Northwest may still be scrambling to get those last-minute gifts. ABC's Rena Roy has some ideas for the final shopping hours.
Christmas Day is almost here.
There's always a little bit of panic that sets in if you don't have the gift yet. You could run out and buy something, yes, but that's kind of why we invented the internet.
When it comes to last-minute gift giving, CNET editorial director Dan Ackerman says to opt for a digital gift.
And it's, just as good and often better received than something physical that maybe you don't want and you have to return.
There are many types of subscription services that can still be a meaningful present.
A lot of the digital subscription-based gifts you would get for people would be a subscription to a service either they already have or one that they want to get, whether it's Netflix or Hulu or Xbox Game Pass. So things that are not physical, but you still get to use them, month after month.
You can also buy a subscription box service so your loved one receives physical items in a box each month. There are all sorts of subscription boxes, from beer to makeup or books. You can also surprise them with a familiar face.
My other last-minute gift, and it might take a couple of days to get to it, is a really fun service called Cameo, where celebrities, mostly B-list to Z-list, will record a personal greeting for your friends or family.
If you're looking for a last-minute deal,
one I have seen that's pretty good is a service called Masterclass, which is like an online collection of classes, but from very famous, very high-end people. It's pretty expensive. It's $180 for the year, but right now, if you buy somebody a gift membership, you can get your own membership for free. So it's basically 2 for 1, and that at least makes it a little easier.
And if you're really down to the wire, you can get a digital gift card sent to your loved one's email inbox in minutes. Rena Roy, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Are you looking for a credit card with rewards? Well, we've made it simple. Take advantage of 0% APR on new purchases for 6 months. So go on, reward yourself with a Premier Rewards MasterCard from P1FCU.
Sub-zero temperatures are expected now through the upcoming holiday season, and we want to help you be prepared. Keep your thermostat set at 70 degrees. Let faucets in your home drip. Cover hose bibs. Keep garage doors closed. Have space heaters on hand. And remember, Bill's Heating and Air will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, should you have issues at all. Happy holidays from your Bill's Heating and Air family.
The icy winds of winter are here. Whether you're heading up to the slopes or just traveling through a mountain pass, you need a vehicle that can handle the icy conditions. Stay in control with trucks, and more trucks from Northwest Motorsport.
A white Christmas, a white knuckle drive. We've already seen pileups on mountain passes. Before you head out, trust the First Alert weather team to pinpoint the safest times to go and exactly what to expect on air, online, and on the app with 4 News Now.
4 News Now's Mark Peterson.
Talking about gusty winds.
For 40 years, he has served our community. Journalist, weatherman,
yeah, it's just hot.
Founder of the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
To our first edition of Extreme Team, and there is your new Kinderhaven. 2, 3.
You guys rock. We are so appreciative.
To the 127 kids that are currently in the hospital, we hope you feel better. We hope this helps. We've done it, and did we do good?
Now that service has been recognized by the Silver Circle, a special Emmy Award for broadcasting's best and brightest.
We're rebuilding your fields!
One of Mark's mentors told him the goal of being a good broadcaster is to leave your community better than you found it. Congratulations, Mark. You did it.
Are you looking for a credit card with rewards? Well, we've made it simple. Get 1.5% back on purchases like your next winter getaway. So go on, reward yourself with a Premier Rewards MasterCard from P1 FCU.
4 News Now is brought to you by Findlay Downtown Toyota.
Here's a pick for you from Mike Crawford. The first sunset of winter took this, well, at 4:01 was sunset time when it was very, very cold. Snuggle up tomorrow. It's going to be cold, a high of 3.
Yeah, with your kitties and dogs.
I like that cat.
That's a sweet picture.